What? Okay, I can do that part. All right. Let's see. Did it go? Let me. I have no idea. So I'm talking like I might be. I could be live right now. Let me see. It has not been connecting up until this point. So let's see. Oops. Hang on. Spiritual Empath. Oh, go. Yes. Hang with me. Let me see if it's working. Oh my God, I'm there. Hi, everybody. Holy cow. And I've heard. All right, everybody. Hi. I was not sure I would even get here because it hasn't been letting me on. So good morning. My screen froze. So reload it. Good morning. I got to cover it anyway, but good morning. Say hello. Today we're going to talk about shedding the old. Go back there so I can. There we go. Now it's working. Good morning. I think I've been here a couple minutes already, so I apologize. My name is Marty Forrest. I am showing up here on this platform. Invitation through Mimi. We met from the summit I did last year. All right. Say hello. Leave your comments. I'm hold it up this way so I can see the comments. All right. So welcome. I am a coach, mentor, author, teacher, Blu-ray, light worker, many labels in this human form. And I never quite know until the day of sometimes what the conversation is going to be. Hi, Jim. And what I've been present to is usually what I talk about. So what I've been present to is shedding the old. The old, big, bold letters, old. Like the old ways, the old thinking, the old behaviors, the relationships, the things that have not been serving us for probably a while. And often we stay there because we're comfortable. Good morning, Alita. Good morning. Yeah, I cover my screen so I can't, it's going to distract me to see myself, even if I'm looking at the camera. So leave me a comment. You can see emojis too. You know, I love the emojis. All right. I have been very present to the shedding of the old and noticing how, what's the word I want? How sneaky, maybe denials, insidious. I don't know what the word is, but there's just places and ways that things that are very old, you know, in the big bold letters, old ways we're purging. So this is collectively, and especially if we're really sensitive and empathic, we're very sensitive and noticing all the places and all the things, hi Rosella, that are showing up for us, that old memories, things that just randomly pop into my head, or I'll be doing something else that reminded me of something that happened, you know, 25, 30 years ago. Even this morning, I was remembering when I was still I was doing some journaling and I was remembering, it's probably been, I'd say 35 years ago. I had a memory about this person who told me, you know, you need to stop coming over here every day after work because I was just going to get loaded. And I thought, wow, where does that random memory show up? Well, sometimes there's a little energy left to clear. And sometimes it relates to what I'm currently writing or experiencing. It's just some residual. So paying attention. It showed up for me in my writing even that I like to stay where I'm comfortable and what's familiar. Well, that is no longer going to work because it doesn't resonate for me and it doesn't resonate for most of the people. It'll resonate for some because it still applies. But when we're moving into this big bold letters of new way of being and the new energies that are coming in and pushing all this old stuff up for us to clear, it's not going to work. And then it becomes this place where we're straddling between moving into the new way, the high vibration of love and the fifth dimension, and the old way of survival, familiar, comfortable, material, 3D, the dense carbon-based physical body, into the crystalline, which is 5D. So when we're trying to hold here because it's comfortable, you may not feel comfortable, but it's very familiar and it's what we know. We know how to play in the old sandbox, even though it's not working. And even though it feels uncomfortable, it's familiar. Maybe relate to that? Good morning, Natalie. Maybe relate to that. Stay where it's familiar and comfortable. Our relationships, our behaviors, our beliefs, our conversation, even the ways that we have a gnat in here, we ground or we do our ways that we take care of ourselves. Really feel that. Is it really working for you? Do you really feel grounded doing the same exercises? Or you may do the same things and shift the energy about it, creating a new way. And sometimes that's like a simple thing like becoming really present instead of doing it out of habit. Maybe, bye, Jim. It'll be, it may be changing it up a little bit, doing it in a different order. That brings us more present. We do our habits, right? Every morning I do my habits. I do the same ritualistic things every morning that I take care of myself, how I take care of my energy, when I'm in the shower, my breathing, my meditation. So changing that up a bit, the order maybe of that you do it, for salt changes our energy because we're like, oh, I'm a little out of order. And then remembering to do all those things that we normally do. So it brings us more present to it. There's a lot. There's a lot. It's so this is collectively happening as we are on part of our purpose, our mission here as highly sensitives. We are helping to shift the vibration and to the people shift their vibration. What does that mean? That means it's all about me. It's all about you. It's really all about the collective, but it comes from us personally doing our own work, our own transformation. It starts with us. Everything's inside. And I realized just the other day, I was, something else that happens is the trying to recall things. Oh, what was that thing? Really good. It seems really profound in the moment. And it was something that I was still looking externally. Oh, I had hired a coach. I'm in a program and I hired her for a day of coaching on a messaging system. And then I get mad because I'm not getting what I want or what I think I want, as a human being. But what I realized is that I already know all that. I already know all the things that she was telling me. It's confirmation. 5D spiritual empath as well. Yes, yes, yes. Hi, Ash. So I'm still looking outside myself. So look at and pay attention and become present to where are you seeking outside, externally. Very old behavior, very much what we've been taught. My whole childhood was told what, when, where, how to feel, what to do, where to go, how I was going to feel. I was told all the time. And breaking that, shifting that pattern, breaking the pattern, dissolving it, whatever word you want to put in there. It's been a long road. And while I can see there's a huge, tremendous growth, shifting, still insidious little places where I see someone that has something I want, or I see them as to put them on a pedestal, maybe that still shows up. And then I look to them like their word is gospel to tell me how I am. And nobody can. I can assist, I can guide, I can show you, I can help you see yourself. That's all we can do for each other, truly. And if we don't know, sometimes it's helpful. I know it's always been helpful for me when I didn't know, to have someone show me a new way. I grew up in a very, very hypercritical home. And that's all I knew. I don't remember ever being acknowledged or validated or encouraged even. The encouragement was you didn't do it good enough or you didn't do it all. Right? So in their mind, they're encouraging me to be better. In my mind, I'm never good enough. So that, when I started realizing the mind chatter was always negative, always critical. And what came out of my mouth I'm thinking I'm spinning it in a positive way, but it was heavy. It was really heavy. And it just felt yucky. I did a lot of pausing. I still do today, not about how I'm going to speak as much. Sometimes I do, but I would pause for a long time. Felt like a long time because I didn't know what to say. I didn't know how to change it to be something different. Besides criticism. That's how ingrained it is. That's how it's in our cells, that it gets trapped. That energy gets trapped in our body and our cellular level. And then we have those neural pathways in our mind. So it took a while. So it's much faster today. And I don't have so much of the criticism, but I'm very mindful of the words that I use. And when I don't like that particular, I'm like, well, that word really has a lot of charge. What do I want to change it to? So paying attention to what's showing up, just looking around at the world about what's serving you, what's effective, what's not serving you. I had a 6-year, probably longer than that, this person that I had been mentoring, and it hadn't been working for a while for me. It was fine for her, but it hadn't been working for me for a while. And then there was some conversation I just recently, and I'm like, that's it. I just can't do this anymore. I'm just can't, right? I don't like using that word, but I'm like, I'm not willing to do this anymore. And I finally called yesterday and said, I'm changing the hat that I'm wearing with you. And we're going to move into like a friendship instead of the mentor. So along with these things that are old and shedding, the clearing, there's a grief of who have I been? Who have you been? The version of you that's shown up as this person that's shedding and becoming new, upgraded, up-leveled. There's this period of grief. You do what you have to do. Yes, absolutely. It took a while. There was very old thoughts and behaviors, and I don't want to hurt her feelings. All this stuff. Her family's all left her. Well, I'm creating my world, and she's creating her world. I'm just no longer going to play a part. And even though we may not think, I had the thought like, oh, I'm not in touch with her very much. I don't talk to her very often. But there's still an energy space for her in my field because of the label and the connection. And that's what that became. Like, wow, once it's done, like anything, once you end it and change the way it is, like there's so much more space that I didn't even know was being taken up until it's not there. Yeah. And so in all that, there's a period of grief. And it may not last a long time. There's a period of grief of the identity that I've worn to be that person to survive to this point in my life. Like I think about it, like the snakes who shed their skin, the whole skin. We're shedding that whole skin. And it's layer by layer. Snakes, I think, shed their skin every year. So, and then we go through that like a blinding period where we can't really see clearly as we're shedding, preparing to shed. And then we are brand new. It's all new. It's all new behaviors. It's all new ways of being. It's how am I now? Who am I now? How am I defining myself now? What are the behaviors for me now? And it's a feeling in a place of vulnerability as we're adjusting. What questions you have for me about this? Where are you at in this shedding process? Shedding of your old. What can you see for yourself? Noticing, I was writing about that situation and noticing very, very patterned, habitual codependent is the word that comes up. Thoughts and patterns of forcing all our family that wants nothing to do with her, and all that dialogue. It's an empathic trait for me. I'll own that. I'm pretty sure we all do that in some way because we can empathically, energetically feel the people. We end up in those really twisted up relationships because, oh gosh, she just had such a horrible life. She just had such a terrible life growing up, and oh, I just feel for her, and if I just love her enough, she'll be different, and if I just keep talking and hope, and it'll change her, and she'll hear me, and it's never worked. Not really. The only person that we can love enough, if you will, and that defines every other relationship that we have. I'm hearing my husband on the phone. Let me close my door. Sorry about that. Let's see. What else is there? I'm listening. But this is about getting comfortable being uncomfortable. Because as we enter into new ways of being, doing, feeling, all the things that are shedding, that are familiar and comfortable, when we're entering new territory, unknown territory, can be really uncomfortable doing that because we don't really know, like, I don't know my way here. kind of like when you get married and you have children. Like we've not ever experienced it before, so we don't know our way until we do it. And we can't keep pulling the old. It won't come into the new. You try it, but it's uncomfortable and it doesn't really work. It makes us more uncomfortable. It makes me more uncomfortable trying to pull the old, and I'm like straddling that fence. I really want to go there and do the new thing and experience all the new adventure. But this is comfortable and familiar, and that's the mind game. There might be some of the energy that was pulled out of the trauma in our body, but it's really the mind game. It's the mind game of wanting to feel safe, because the mind only has the data that it knows from our experiences. And the mind is not interested in going to the unknown and the new. It's safe over there. Until we reprogram, repattern the pathways, it will keep pulling us. So having things in place, putting things in place for yourself, whether it be a new mantra or action that you take, that you just do. No matter what, you are committed to doing it. No matter what the mind tells you to do different or to do old way, because that's comfortable and familiar. Our relationships begin to shift. Some people come along because they're growing and they're on their journey too. And it's kind of that ebb and the flow. We come together and go apart, we come together. And we just know that. We just trust that. We know that, oh, we're each doing our thing, and then we come together and we merge for a while, and then we just do it that way. And we know that's how it goes in our relationship. There's those that are just not going to come along. Whether it be somebody's leaving the planet because they physically don't want to be here anymore, or whatever that is. Or we just go away and we don't have a relationship together. And that's because we don't resonate, not because there's something wrong. I know I say this a lot, and I come back to this a lot, because there's nothing wrong. It's that if you have two frequencies that don't match, it's like taking those magnets when you turn them backwards, and you cannot force them together. But when it's meant to be, they just this. They come together easy and stick together. When you turn them backwards, it pushes apart. That's like our relationships. When they aren't resonating together, when we're on a different frequency, it's just not going to, you're not going to be able to stay in it. And if you do, you're going to be the one lowering yourself because you cannot bring them up. Anybody watch the movie? It's just been coming up recently. I might have to watch the movie again. What Dreams May Come? Robin Williams. Do you remember that movie? His wife was in a mental hospital, and he told her he couldn't join her. He can't join you here. It's a great movie. Then when she committed suicide and was in this loop, she was in a loop of the whole event that happened that took her up. And he joined her there, but he brought her back. You know, he had the guide there telling him, you won't, if you're there too long, you'll join her and you won't be able to come back. But they were both able to come back because of that piece of, I can't join you here in her life. It's a lowering, we can't, like once we're rising, can't remember that one. Yeah, it's an older movie. It's been around. It's about what happens when we die. I loved it. Oh my God, I loved it. I was like, oh my God, this is exactly it. So yeah, it was a great movie. And, if you'd like that kind of maybe I'll qualify it like that. So it's the same for us as empaths and highly sensitives. It's the same for any human being, really. If we're vibrating at a different level, we can't bring someone up to where we are, not to the consciousness. And we would have to lower ours to join them where they are. That would be like, I think, oh my God, it's flashed on here's an old thing, flashed on a house I used to go to when I was using a long 30 years ago. So I would never be there today. There's just nothing for me there. There's no, like, I wouldn't even be attracted to go there because it's such a different frequency. Let's see. I got some self-work to organize. Oh, okay. Um, I've had an unexplained distraction lately. No real discomfort in my body, just wonderment. It was resistance prior and very uncomfortable in my heart. Wonderment. I like wonderment. I world where I'm like, okay, I feel I'm understanding this calm without any discomfort now as the empty space earned there from the work I am doing. Yes. And I need to feel this unknown feeling and be in gratitude for what is coming. Yes, you're welcome. Welcome. That space when we're it's exactly that. You explained it really well, actually. No real distraction, and no real discomfort. Unexplained distraction, sorry. So it's like the energy that's shifting and moving. Yeah. Wonderment. I like it. I like that. Resistance, very uncomfortable. Yeah. That's part of the symptoms as we're ascending in energetics. The in between, exactly right. That limbo, it feels like limbo, like we're waiting. I heard someone talking the other day and he said, we think we're waiting, really we're preparing. And I really loved that shift for me because I feel like that sometimes I'm waiting. Well, what am I waiting for? In the space of waiting, it feels like this limbo, and the waiting feels resistant to me. I don't know why. I can't explain why it feels resistant. It feels like a heavy, like I'm just, okay, I'm waiting. I'm waiting and I'm expecting what's coming. Where is it at? And when I'm in that space, I can't really see it. I don't really have any other words to say. So when he said it, I'm preparing, I'm being prepared and I'm preparing, I was like, oh yeah, I like that. That was a good shift for me because when I'm in the preparation stage, I'm in that open space of being prepared to receive the wilderness season. Oh, I like that. Where you finally learn to let go and be still in faith. Yes, ma'am. Yes, it is all about the surrender. Surrendering to what is, surrendering to being present. Yes, I love that. The wilderness season. I like that. I heard that not all who wander are lost. How it goes? Like, sometimes we're wandering because we're just letting spirit guide us. As you say, practice the pause. Yes, a lot. A lot, a lot, a lot. Pause a lot. Pause often. When you pause, breathe. When we take a really deep, deep belly breath, take that breath. When we take that breath, all the way up to here, we become present. Oh, thank you, Alita. I'm so grateful. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. I love being able to teach and share. Part of my zone of genius. In that pause and in that breath, you become present. When you focus on the breath, realize I'm a little scattered, let's say, because that never happens to me. daily. A little scattered. Okay, I need to stop. That's the pause, right? I just need to stop for a moment. I may need to just stop whatever I'm doing, go sit down, go outside, go for a little walk. But I'm stopping whatever it is that I'm doing that's making me kind of frantic. That energy's kind of frantic. Actually, I was doing something on the computer and it was not flowing. I was writing an email, and then there's this point where I get in my head and it's not flowing. And I still do it. I'm pretty good about walking away now. Like, let me leave the energy. And I'm like, when I came back, I'm like, let me just smudge my space here. Let me clear the energy out. But sometimes I try to push myself through it. Never ever works. And if I do end up pushing myself through it, it's a shit email. It's not good because I'm using that energy to push through. And everybody that reads my email feels it. Walking away. I'm like, okay, I just stopped doing this. I need to pause. So I leave my space. It can be a conversation, it can be on the phone, it can be at work. It doesn't matter what you're doing. If you're that frustrated and you're still trying to push through, you can breathe in the moment. I can do that in my seat. I can just take a few breaths and bring me back to present. But if I keep trying to push, it's not going to work. I was working on something last night. I had someone helping me, and I'm just like, okay, I got all this. I did all the pieces and the parts, and then it went back to the old page. Trying to set something up on a platform for you. Actually, I got to put the thing in there, and I'll tell you about in a minute. Like, oh my God. It's just like, I just did that over and over for a few breaths so I could just like clear the energy of frustration and tired. It was late. I'm not a night owl. I'm a morning person. I do much better at this time of day. But I wanted it to be done so I could share it with you. And so I kept at it. And then I didn't leave my office. I just kept breathing so I could come back to my present state. Because when I get frantic, I get frustrated. The energy's frantic, I get frustrated. And then this old feeling popped in there of I'm stupid because I don't know how to do it. Well, I don't know how to do it because I don't know how to do it. Not because I'm stupid. It's a very old program. So I got to breathe that out and stay in present moment. But I got to feel it. So that's the part, right? You pause, you breathe, and you feel. And I got to breathe under the feeling to allow it to clear. That makes sense? I'm having a moment. I'm frustrated. I'm feeling. I'm starting to feel the emotion. Take that deep breath. Get under the feeling, and then as you exhale, you allow the feeling to move instead of staying in that resistant or the old feeling. Super powerful and super easy. And we got it wrapped up. I tested it this morning. And what it's for, the masterclass, for you to register for a masterclass. I'm doing one tonight at 7 p.m. Almost at Pacific time, Central Standard Time. I'm in Oklahoma now. Push through. They did it with me. Now I'm doing it with others. Yes. Push through. They did it with me. I'm doing it to others. And I had to read that again. I'm like, oh, we do. Because if we're pushing ourselves, we're going to push others. Sometimes there's a good way to do that. Is that how you're doing it? Or is it doing it from an old energy? Like trying to push and force it to happen rather than coming back to your presence. So tonight and Saturday, I'm doing a masterclass, free masterclass on living in mastery. It's at 7 p.m. tonight, Central Standard Time, and 10 a.m. Central Standard Time Saturday. And I have this. It is. All right. I'm putting the link there in the comments. There you go. And it came up the right way even. Yes, thank you. So you can join me. It's on Zoom. Register, put you on my email list. You'll get the Zoom link. Join me on Zoom. And then I know Facebook. Facebook was down yesterday, so I know how my best way to be able to reach you for anything is through email. So, and if you can't be there, there will be a replay. Living in mastery. I'm going to touch on a few areas of living in mastery, and then I have a 6-month program that I'm offering, so I'm going to talk about that too. So excited! I'm excited. I love being here. I love doing that. Those are the places that I tap into, and I thought my zone of genius is this style of teaching. What is today's topic is about shedding the old ways of being, moving from the 3rd dimension to the 5th dimension, shedding the old heavy energies that we've all lived in. So, and then I put the link there. The replay from this past Saturday. Oh, from the group? Oh. Either, yeah, there should be. I'll tag you in it. Can you come? I thought you were there. Maybe not. But I'll tag you in the, let me make myself a note to do that. That works. So yeah, I have a group. So on Saturdays, I also do a live in my group, in my private group, Empathic Superpower. So if you're interested in that, another place, another way, I do some reading sometimes. It's a different topic. Same thing as here. It's different. I got it. I thought I saw you there. Yes, I will tag you in it. And let's see what else is there about this. And catch today's topic. Yeah, shedding. Yeah, we're talking about shedding the old. I'm in the space. I was talking about sharing an experience about some old thoughts and beliefs that were coming up. And so I went into the whole masterclass for tonight. So there's a link there. It's the same Zoom link for either one tonight. There will be a replay, so you can see the replay of the masterclass. Mastering, living in mastery, actually, it's called. Okay, so we're talking about shedding the old is what I've been talking about. It's kind of been all over as it happens, as spirit guides it. Pausing, breathing when we get frustrated, we get triggered, we become resistant, whatever it is. When our energy shifts, taking that moment to pause, to stop whatever you're doing, to breathe under the feeling. Take that deep belly breath, filling your belly all the way to the top of your lungs, and on your exhale, you'll start to clear that energy and that emotion. Because it's all energy, right? So when we breathe under it, instead of holding our breath because we tap into fight or flight, that's where that resistance and my frustration and my anxiety, and I don't get a lot of that, but when it comes to the computer and I was tired, I was just like, oh, felt it. I felt like the little warning bell that goes off. And so I paused and I breathed through it. Earlier in the day, or the day before, actually, I was writing an email and I actually left. I do. I've not done a meditation here, but we can do meditation. Everybody up for that? I love doing meditation. I used to do them all the time. Yeah, during the pandemic, I was doing them a lot. So yeah, we can do that. So anytime you're feeling your energy shift, you're feeling off is relative, right? But when I'm working and I'm in the flow and suddenly it's not flowing, I'm doing this, I'm typing, I'm writing out an email, or I'm doing something, and then I I just can't seem to form the words anymore, and I'm stumbling and I'm trying to think them because I'm not letting it flow through me. If I cannot breathe into it to come back into the flow, I walk away. I just leave my office and then I come back. But I have to leave my space so I can just go get a little perspective, pausing, breathing, feeling. What am I feeling? And this particular one is very common for me when it comes to technology. Thank God I have someone that's just happy to help me and she makes Loom videos for me so I can follow each step. Oh my gosh, it's so amazing. I was like, oh my, watch the video, pause it, go do the step. Watch the video, pause, go do the step. It takes me a while. Well, she can just zip it right out in 5 minutes. I'm like, okay, but I'm learning something new. I don't know that I love it yet, but I'm learning something new, and I'm grateful that I can follow the directions. All right, any questions about any of this? Thank you for your comments. Let me see. There's the link is in the comments. Okay. Making sure I haven't missed anything in there. Yeah, let's do a meditation. I like that. A few of you here. All right. You want to do that? Y'all have a space? Well, if you don't have a space, that's okay. You can come back and listen, or you can just listen as we go through it. I like meditation. I like taking you through a meditation. It's really fabulous. Okay. If you're doing something else, I know someone said they're working right now, so it's okay. Just listen. You still get the energy and the feeling and taking the deep breath. So take a deep breath. A deep, very deeper than you feel like you ever may have. Take a really deep, full belly, all the way to the top of your lungs. And exhale the same duration. On your next inhale, take another deep breath, dropping into your body, closing your eyes if you're ready. And that's close your eyes. Dropping into the body. Become the observer. Noticing what's happening inside your body, where you feel thick, dense, heavy energy, pain, tension, where you feel light, joy, love. Noticing, observing. Continue breathing a little deeper than you normally breathe. And I invite you on your next inhale, go where you're being led inside your body. Usually it's where you feel stuck, heavy. Breathe into that area. Take that deep breath, breathe into the area. What is your energy there? So heavy, grief, sad. What's the sensation? Is there a message? So breathe into it, allow it to expand on the inhale and allow it to move on the exhale. Let it leave your body. It's all energy. It's present to what's happening and how it feels when you have spaciousness, when the energy moves and it clears out. What does the space feel like now that it's open? If there's an emotion, take that deep breath. Just notice it, feel it, breathe deeply under it. And continue breathing like that, breathing under that emotion. You'll feel it move, you'll feel it shift. Clearing, and once it's cleared, you felt the shift, draw in diamond white light. Fill up the space with diamond white light, golden healing light energy. You swirl those together, breathe it into your body, into that area. Allow that energy, that light to fill your body. Move from the space you are feeling and allow it to move into your body. Just keep breathing into that. Fills every cell, every atom, every particle that is you. Fills your body. And it moves outside your body, that beautiful golden diamond white energy, filling your auric space, clearing out anything that is not yours, does not belong there. Just let it clear, raising your vibration, raising your energy, raising your light. So imagine it's about 6 feet around you. You're creating a bubble, creating your sacred bubble of your field, like an egg, completely around you, under your feet, over your head, sealing any energetic leaks, covering it in royal purple, layered with emerald green, and that golden color from the sun, sealing your bubble. Just feel, take a breath, take that deep breath and feel that energy, feel the light, feel the spaciousness of you. Taking a deep breath, wiggling your fingers and toes, feeling the texture of your clothing on your skin. Very gently becoming present to your body. And opening your eyes when you're ready. And welcome back. I feel lighter too. A little happy space. Light. How you feeling? Questions or comment? Thank you for being here. Take a moment. Hi, Mary. I saw a friend request from you, and I'm like, I don't know this person. Now I know. Now I know. I'm a little cautious. I'm probably a lot cautious, actually. All right, lovelies. Thank you for that. Thanks for staying. It's been a while since I've done a meditation like that. So I just let it come through. I never know exactly what it's going to be. So felt the energy moving and shifting. It was really beautiful. You can come back to that anytime or do it on your own anytime. And I will see you here next week at 9 a.m. Central Time. Tonight, if you sign up for the masterclass, the link is in the comments. At 7 p.m. and it's also on Saturday. They're always a little different. Although the topic's the same, living in mastery, they're always a little different. And if you sign up, you'll get the replay. So if you can't be there live, it's all good. Also, if you're interested in more like this stuff, where I do this, awesome. Did your exercise. Totally enjoyed it. Excellent. I love it. Love it. In my group, Empathic Superpower, I also come in there live on Saturdays. So the live on Saturday for the masterclass will be on Zoom. Tonight will be on Zoom. So you have to sign up in order to get the Zoom link and the replay. Saturday's in my Facebook group. Empathic Superpower. And I did not put the link there. So you can put up Empathic Superpower with Marty Forrest, I think is the name of it. I think that's the whole name of it. So, all right, my friends. I love you. I love that you're here. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And I will see you somewhere soon. And for sure here next week. All right, lovelies. I have to go back to my Zoom page so I can actually end this live. So have a beautiful day. And I will meet you along somewhere. Sign up tonight for the masterclass, for tonight's masterclass or Saturdays. And I'll see you soon. Somewhere along the way. Yes, got it. Good.